Good evening, Redbox family. What an amazing day that we had today. You know, all day it was just hoping and praying, knowing that the max pain was at $10, seeing the charts that I reviewed last night, having a feeling, the way the wedge was breaking, it was indirectional, meaning it could go either up or down. And knowing the max pain was at $10, I had a feeling they were going to take us down and try to get us to close around 10 because of all of the in the money open interest options at $12. So it was a battle. I mean, we saw it. It went up and then it came down and we struggled. Once we got that 1348 crossover, though, boy, what a powerful move that was. I couldn't have been happier with that close above 1201. Honestly, it really, really made my day. And I hope it made all of yours too, because we are set up for Tuesday. Monday we're closed because of the holiday, but we're set up for Tuesday to hopefully break out from there. And what I want to talk to you about tonight, though, is the filings that came through this morning. And I apologize, guys, but it was quadruple witching, and I had a ton of options that Robinhood that I really needed to deal with. Those options on Robinhood are horrible, and I do it because it's just so convenient, because you can instantly send money there like that second and use them. And with a lot of brokerages for options, the money has to clear the system first. So it's very annoying, but it's convenient, and I have to stop. And I will stop because I'm disgusted in today. But I'm going to discuss that with you guys in a whole other video, because we need to talk about Robinhood and the risks associated with it. But it's going to be too long, so I'm going to tie that into a complete video dedicated to Robinhood. So be sure to look for that this weekend and watch it, please. And please, guys, if you could just like and share it, I would love it. You guys for that so much, because the word needs to get out there. People need to protect their money. But anyways, going back to Redbox and the filings that came out today, I tweeted you right away as soon I took a quick look at them. I wasn't going to dive deep then. I couldn't dive deep. I had to trade, guys. You know, I have to make money. I'm a single mom and I'm not rich. I need to support my child. She's in college and I need to pay bills just like everybody else. So if I don't trade, then I don't make money. And this week I've dedicated really to the community, and I've not been trading and not been trying to focus on making money like I should. And guys, I'm sorry, but that has to be my priority. My kid will always come first. And I got some hate for that this morning, trying to maybe guilt me into saying that I need to put the community before trading for a day. Guys, I put the community before trading for 4 days. There was nothing urgent in those filings that I didn't expose to you in a tweet. So I'm sorry if you feel that way, but, you know, my daughter will always come first. And I love you guys and care about this community more than words can say. So I was very hurt by some of the backlash that I was getting, because I think that I've given this community a lot, and I think I add a lot of value to it. And today was quadruple witching. These were contracts that I've had for a long time, that if I don't manage properly, I could lose them all. And you know how the market's been the last 3 days. Quite frankly, I should have been out of them before, but I was focused on, Redbox and on everything going on with it and trying to get the correct information, guys, so that we can make the best decisions going forward regarding this play. So I hope that you guys aren't pissed at me, but please understand that if I don't trade, I don't make money. I'm not monetized on YouTube. This is a brand new channel that I only started so that you guys can know what's going on, because I can't sit there and tweet all day, long sentences and things that I really need to explain to you guys. It's impossible. It would take me all day, every day to get this out there, but it takes a lot of my time, and I don't get paid for it. So I need to make money trading. And I hope that you guys understand that. If you could please leave a comment below and try to help me understand if I'm doing the right thing or not, because honestly, I was pissed today. So anyways, let's get back to the filings, but please let me know what your thoughts are on that. And if I didn't do what's right for the community, then you need to tell me that too. I'm willing to hear both sides of it. I am a very fair person, and I'd like to think that I'm more than willing to listen to arguments on both sides of the table. So please put them out there. Now, going back to the filings, I'm going to pull them up, so just give me 1 second here. This is just the first page of it, the Form AK from the United States Securities and Exchange Commission, aka the SEC. And this is just basically the cover page explaining that this is about Redbox and Redbox warrants. This page doesn't really say much to us, so I'm just going to go on to the next one because it's basically like a cover page. Okay, and this is the body of the filing, basically, and it's very simple, guys. I'm going to read it to you, and then I'm just going to give you in a few words exactly what all this means, because basically this is written in legal terms, maybe to confuse the general retail trader so that they don't understand it, but it's very simple. So this is a warrant exercise agreement. On June 17th, Redbox Entertainment entered into a warrant exercise letter agreement with Seaport Global, pursuant to which Seaport and the company agreed that 1. Seaport will exercise or cause its affiliate to exercise an aggregate of 1 million private placement warrants, which Seaport and certain of its affiliates purchased pursuant to the certain private placement warrant agreement dated November 27, 2020. i.e. the private placement warrants, on a cash basis as soon as practicable and in no event later than 4 business days following the date of this report. The exercise price for each warrant is $11.50 per share. The company will receive $11.5 million in cash from the exercise of the warrants by Seaport. The company will not receive any proceeds from the sale of the shares underlying such warrants. 2. The company will waive any applicable transfer restrictions set forth in any contract in existence as of the date of the warrant exercise agreement, to which the company and Seaport are parties, including without limitations that certain voting and support agreement dated as of April 15, 2022, and the certain sponsor lockup agreement dated as of such private placement warrants, and the sale by such transferees of such private placement warrants, and to permit the sale by Seaport and or its affiliates of the 1 million shares of Class A common stock of the company to be received by Seaport upon the exercise of the private placement warrants described in paragraph 1 above, provided, however, that such sale may not occur until 1 business day following the date of this report. The foregoing description of the warrant exercise agreement does not purport to be complete and is qualified in its entirety, by the full text of the warrant exercise letter agreement, a copy of which is attached hereto as Exhibit 2.1 and is incorporated herein by reference. Further, the company may consider and agree to release Seaport or other security holders of their transfer restrictions with respect to the common stock or warrants of the company held by such security holders. Any such release could have an adverse impact on the trading price for such securities. Okay, and then that's just Exhibit 2.1 that they talked about, the warrant exercise letter agreement by and between the company and Seaport dated June 17, 2022. Guys, this is very, very simple. Seaport's private placement warrants were locked up, and that is fact, and they were not supposed to be able to be exercised due to the transfer agreement. Well, this lovely little statement here is a roundabout to allow Seaport to exercise 1 million of their 6+ million warrants, and they're allowed to exercise them and sell them. So basically they're going to exercise them, get 1 million shares, and likely immediately sell them. However, they could possibly hold them if they really think this is going to squeeze. Right now, I'm going to tell you that this is very, very bullish in my opinion, because they know that the price is going to go up. If they didn't think the price was going to go up, this would not have come out. And the fact that it's only 1 million these shares are going to get gobbled up in minutes, and they are not going to affect any potential, hype, heavily shorted hype play. That's my new term for squeeze, guys. Heavily shorted hype play, HSHP. So if you hear me talking about HSHP, that's what it means, because some people are overwhelmed with the word squeeze or are very scared by it. So if I discuss HSHP, I'm talking about heavily shorted hype play, aka squeeze, but with a new terminology. And the other reason I think HSHP is a good abbreviation is because we have to be aware that they're talking about squeeze, and they're using social media. I mean, they're using artificial intelligence to scan all of our social media platforms to try to uncover what it is that retail is doing. So, yeah, granted, once they figure it out, they'll be able to scan for that too. But until then, we have a new word. Okay, so HSHP, we're going to call this going forward. I do not think it's going to affect that whatsoever. In fact, I think it's great, because this is telling me right here that Seaport, who was the SPAC that took Redbox public, knows that this is going to squeeze, or they wouldn't be paying $11.50 each share. If they weren't going to get their value, do you think they'd pay it? So we can pretty much guarantee that they have to pay that. The price is going to stay up there so that they can get those. So today, none of that was shown in there, because they have to do it within the next 4 days, basically. So that's what we have to look forward to next week. I don't think it's going to affect the play whatsoever. They have to warn us about it, because it is an action that increases the float by 1 million. But again, this is such a tiny float to begin with. It's a micro cap. It's tiny, tiny, tiny. So I'm bullish. I think this is great news. I really don't think there's anything to worry about here. And I think that what we saw initially was just an overreaction, which got shorted at the same time, because they were short sale restricted today, which means they can only short on a downtick. So they had you could see the stock wasn't doing anything. It was the most bizarre thing. And then it gets shorted based on this news, I believe. I believe this got some people to sell, and that gave them that downtick that they were able to short. But it's all good. We closed above 1201, and now, guys, they have to cover up all of those shares on the FTDs. So I haven't looked at the numbers yet, but I will over the weekend. All right, guys, I hope that you all have a great night, and thank you for listening. If you could just like and share this, I would really appreciate it, so that people understand this, because it's really important that we as retail get smarter and learn how to read these filings. They're really not that hard when you break it down. This really is not a big deal. All right, have a good night, guys.